I'm Mysterious Weeb, and today we're going over all the Dragon Ball Z movies and the Super ones. I hope you enjoy. Movie 1, we have Dead Zone, released in 1989, taking place after the end of Dragon Ball but before the start of Dragon Ball Z, with the main antagonist of this movie being Garlic Jr., a pretty shit villain in the whole series. He gets a whole filler arc known as the Garlic Jr. saga later on in the series, I believe after the Frieza before Android. I believe it's the time frame where he gets a whole filler arc, which is god awful. This movie isn't terrible. My main hyping moments, or my best favorite parts of the movie, mainly consist of Kami and Piccolo's shine throughout the movie. Kami was featured a lot and actually had like a sort of fight against Garlic Jr. at one point, which was pretty hype. Piccolo had some moments where he was fighting against some of Garlic Jr.'s underlings, and then the end with Gohan exploding with rage and all that, with Goku trying to save him, was alright. Not the best movie I have to say, but for 1889, the animation was pretty strong, honestly. It's better than stuff that comes out these days, and that is just Dragon Ball's greatness for movies. Dead Zone, probably a 6.5 out of 10 I would give it. Movie 2, The World's Strongest, came out in 1990, taking place after the Attack of the Saiyans but before the battle on planet Namek, featuring Dr. Willow attempting to obtain Goku's body for himself. The main aspect of this movie was the story was pretty lackluster in my opinion, but the fights were very well done in this movie. Compared to Dead Zone, the fights in The World's Strongest was on a whole nother level. We had Master Roshi having some shine in it, which is, you know, the best thing ever. Master Roshi, absolute Chad lad. Wish he got more shine in later movies and more in the series in Dragon Ball Z, that is. But yep, this movie had some Master Roshi greatness, had some Goku greatness. The fights, the main antagonist Dr. Willow was okay. I'll have to say okay. I prefer him over Garlic Jr., but he wasn't the best thing ever seen in Dragon Ball. I'll probably give this movie a 6.9. Yep, a strong 6.9 for The World's Strongest. Movie 3, we have The Tree of Might. Came out in also 1990. That was banging out movies back in the 1990s for Dragon Ball. It's set during the battle on planet Namek. So I believe Goku does have his extra power during this pretty much movie as a whole from his training, or however you think. He's stronger than what he was at the end of the Saiyan saga. Let's put it that way. The premise of the movie was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it more than the previous two. This movie featured Renegade Saiyan Turtles attempting to use Earth to grow the Tree of Might. The ending was a bit stupid, with Goku just pretty much destroying Turles quite easily after he actually consumed the Tree of Might, which was a bit BS as a whole. So that's my main complaint with the movie. The fights were pretty good. They weren't very choreographic or appealing to watch. They were just more like blasts, extreme power, more later Dragon Ball stuff we got here, not this mixed martial arts fighting, not really on that line. Movie 4, we have Lord Slug, which came out in 1991. This is also set during the battle on planet Namek, and it had the, you know, fake Super Saiyan. As a whole, I really enjoyed this movie. It's probably one of my favorite Dragon Ball movies, Lord Slug. The whole premise of the movie mainly consists of Lord Slug, which is pretty much a superior or an outcasted version of the Namekians who have the giant transformation ability, who were pretty much considered the strongest Namekians, but they were outcasts for being pretty much evil. He pretty much attacks Earth, pretty much trying to set it to this like meteor thing where he can pretty much attack other planets with Earth by freezing it over. Doing that, the fights throughout the thing were pretty strong. Piccolo had some shine, Krillin had some shine, Goku had some shine, and Gohan had his moments. The ending was the biggest issue, with Gohan whistling, and because Piccolo, it's foreshadowed at the start because Gohan was whistling, hurt Piccolo's ears, so he whistled at the end, hurt a bigger Namekian's ear because he can hear more, so he would become stunned. The fake Super Saiyan moment was pretty hype for Goku in this, which is probably the hypest moments in all the movies thus far, so there you go, you have that. Movie 5, we have Cooler's Revenge. Came out in also 1991, set after the Battle of Planet Namek and before the Android conflict. So Frieza's brother. As a whole, this movie wasn't the best, I would have to say. It wasn't the best. I don't really enjoy Cooler that much. It started off with Goku pretty much getting destroyed by Cooler trying to save Gohan, and then being out for pretty much the whole movie, and then trying to hide Goku from from everything, and then at the end he finally gets the senzu beans, gets up, and then pretty much goes Super Saiyan, body's cooler, and that's it, sent into the sun with a Kamehameha. I have to say, Cooler's 4th form was pretty cool, cooler than all of Frieza's forms. I have to say that was probably the highlight of the movie. That Cooler's form looked absolutely badass, and his probably right hand man who had the who was fighting Piccolo, who had that pretty much attack, that beam attack with his hand. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that as a kid. Movie 6, we have The Return of Cooler, probably the trashiest movie out of all the Dragon Ball movies in my opinion, until we get to one that came out later. Came out in 1992, set after the Battle Planet Egg before the Android conflict, so it comes right after the Cooler's Revenge movie 5. The movie was set on Planet Namek, and I just didn't like really anything about it. We had Vegeta there going Super Saiyan. They pretty much got bodied by duplicates of Coolers. Even the movie didn't even make sense. Like, how did Cooler even survive after getting sent to the sun and directly hitting the sun? Like, hello, is this legit? It's Dragon Ball, like, come on, you're stretching a bit for a new movie. Merged with the Getty Star and attacks New Namek. Like, what the fuck's going on here, bro? Like, honestly, even the end where there's like, they got defeated, they're getting their power sucked away. Oh no, they're saying they have more power, so they're gonna overload the system. Oh, bang, easy dub. Clap, clap, clap. Movie 7, we have Super Android 13, came out in 1992, set during the Android conflict in a parallel world. This movie, I kind of enjoyed it. The start was pretty lackluster, with them pretty much just going shopping for the most part, then the androids attacked. The fight against the android was okay, but same old thing where no one else really got much shine, where they really just got bodied, and then Goku really needed to do all the work near the end, and kind of just BS'd his way after getting bodied, but like, you know, just punches his way through the android, and then easy clap for that. Probably give this movie probably a 6.5, as the earlier ones wasn't the best. Movie 8, Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, came out in 1993, set during the break before the Cell games. So this movie, I kind of enjoyed this movie. I don't enjoy the other two Broly movies, which you'll learn about soon, but legendary Super Saiyan Broly movie, I kind of enjoyed it. It was pretty good. Broly's motives wanting to destroy Goku was this completely stupid, but as a whole this movie was okay. They went to this world, Saiyan survived, and we had some Vegeta moments, getting his pride crushed by Broly. Broly was pretty cool at first, just like that. Paragus is a little beta bitch, don't like him at all. There's just no fun about him. But yet again, Goku just BS'd his way after this getting stomped by Broly. Broly tanks a Kamehameha to his face, and then he ends the fight with like punching him through the chest. Movie 9 was, which I'll have to say is my favorite Dragon Ball movie of all time, BoJack Unbound. Came out in 1993, set shortly after the Cell games. So, you know, this is a tournament arc. Tournament arcs are the greatest thing in anime, you know, this lovely tournament arcs. And we had some like pretty hype moments throughout the tournament. Another cool concept of the tournament, we have pretty much Trunks still in the world, or adult Trunks, or whatever you want to call him. Future Trunks, that's what he is. We had Future Trunks still in the pretty much main timeline there. He had a cool fight against Tien at the start, and then he had an absolute Chad moment where he killed one of BoJack's men later in the story, which is absolute Chad moment. Trunks for that. The biggest hate for this movie is the BS moment where Goku punched BoJack to save Gohan when, you know, Goku is meant to be dead, you know, yeah. With the moment where Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 was pretty hype as well, then just bodied them and can't even compete. Hercules saving the day like always, absolute Chad lad. BoJack Unbound, my favorite movie apart from that absolute stupid Goku punching when he's dead. Movie 2, Broly's Second Coming, absolute trash. Movie 11, Bio Broly, even worse than trash. They both came out in 1994, and they're both the worst, shittest movies, garbage Dragon Ball movies, never to speak of again. Spit on them, yuck, filth. Okay, movie 12, Fusion Reborn, came out in 1995, like during the Majin Buu conflict. As a whole, Janemba, probably one of my favorite villains in all of Dragon Ball. Even if he didn't do much, it was just cool as a whole. It's pretty cool. They had that teleport pixel thing. The animation in this movie was this top notch throughout the whole thing. I don't even think the recent movies can get to how good really Fusion Reborn looked as a whole. Probably a strong 8 out of 10 for Fusion Reborn. The fusion between Goku and Vegeta to get Vegeta for the first time was great during this movie, and as a whole, it's a strong movie. We had Piccolo in there, this solid. Movie 13, Wrath of the Dragon, we had that cool soundtrack from Tapion, but as a whole, this movie wasn't that good. Seeing Super Saiyan 3 Goku was alright. It also came out in 1995 and set after the Majin Buu conflict. It wasn't the best movie, I'd have to say. There has been better, but as a whole, Tapein wasn't the worst. It's kind of cool. He had a badass appeal of him, had that cool little whistle soundtrack thing, whatever it was. And yeah, Wrath of the Dragon, it ended pretty cool with Goku's Dragon Fist or whatever it was. I enjoyed that. Movie 14, the first Dragon Ball Super movie, Battle of Gods, came out in 2013. So we had the movie 13 come out in 1995, and we had Battle of Gods came out in 2013. That's a big leap. Battle of Gods, solid movie, enjoyed it throughout. Beerus was a pretty badass villain. Goku's God transformation was pretty cool. Solid movie, can't say much about that. Resurrection F, bringing Frieza back, came out in 2015. The Super Saiyan Blue reveal was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. The fight against Frieza was pretty cool. I think Vegeta should have got the dub for that though. Just giving it to Goku was a bit stupid. Still a solid movie. And then Dragon Ball Broly, which came out in 2018, set after the Tournament of Power. As a whole, this movie was pretty much of a letdown for me. A lot of people enjoyed it, but me personally didn't enjoy it as much as other movies. Broly was this like bringing him back for a fourth time, but it is a new Broly, but like having the same idea of using a character of Broly again for the fourth time, like come on, this stop. There's like what, 14 movies? 15 movies as a whole, and then some specials that I'll talk about maybe in another video. But yeah, 15 movies and 4 of them feature around Broly. Even though this is a different Broly, come on, what are you doing? The fights were okay. I didn't really like the use of CGI in it. They could have gone without. Like Fusion Reborn's animation with no CGI, and how much time probably went into that. This top tier pixel transformation thing for Janemba was just great, and this outperforms Dragon Ball Super in just the appeal and how it looked as a whole, in my opinion. Gogeta's review was pretty high. Frieza and Bulma's start part was okay. The best part of the movie is probably the start part. We will learn about the past of the Saiyans rewritten by Akira Toriyama. So that was pretty much the coolest part. And that's it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Let me know your favorite movie down in the comments. And that's it, guys. Peace.